Welcome to Mid City School, Grade 6, Lecture 8, Chapter 4, Habitats and Food Chain. In previous lecture, we discussed about habitats. The animals and plants in a habitats are interdependent. Now in this lecture, we discuss about animals and plants in a habitat are situated to the environment and food chain. Now we move toward our next slide. Our next slide is animals and plants in a habitat are situated to their environment. In this topic we discuss about water adaptation, adaptation for the low temperature, adaptation to the amount of light, and adaptation for moving in water. First of all, what is adaptation? Adaptation is a way an animal's body helps it survive or live in its environment. Chemicals have learned to adapt or change so that they can survive on the desert. Animals depend on their physical features to help them obtain food, keep safe, build homes, withstand weather, and attract mates. These physical features are called physical adaptation. They make it possible for the animal to make or live in a particular place and in a particular way. Adaptation for the low temperature. Polar bears live in very cold habitat in the Atlantic where there is ice the whole year round. How do they survive such freezing conditions? How do they live in the freezing temperature of -50 or -20 centigrade? The thick fur and fat, black skin, small ear, and short tail are adaptations which help a polar bear to survive the externally low temperature in its habitat. Now we move toward our next topic is adaptation to the amount of light. While some animals are active during the day, others are active at night. Some of these animals such as cat and owls have large eyes which are sensitive to small amount of light. These adaptation or upgradation help them to see well at night so that they can move around and catch their prey or escape from danger. Now our last topic is adaptation for moving water. Streamlined body is one which has a narrow pointed head and while the middle of the body is bigger and broader. Streamlined body shape help a fish to move easily through water by reducing friction between its body and the water. Also, the fins of fish are help to them to swim. Now we move toward our next topic is adaptation for breathing in water. Some mammals or fishes that live in water have special nostrils or nose that allow them to breathe in air. They have to come up to the surface of the water or the sea to take a breath. But while some fishes and other aquatic animals have gills to help them breathe in water. Dolphin and whales are not fish. They are mammals. That's why they have a special nose or nostrils that allow them to breathe in the air. Now adaptation for getting more water. One of the biggest retention adaptation desert animals have it simply to avoid the sun or heat and extreme heat. Water is used up in the cooling process and can quickly dehydrate even the most water retained animals, so most desert animals have adopted their behavior to avoid getting too hot. Example is camel. Now our last topic is adaptation for reducing water loss. Plant lose water through the stomata in their leaves, as you know, by the process of photosynthesis. The larger the leaf, the more water is lost. The larger the surface, the more water is lost. Some desert plants have small waxy or hairy leaves to reduce water loss through evaporation. Less leaf surface area result in reduced or low water loss through the epidermis or through stomata. Small leaves have fewer stomata than larger leaves, and the adaptation also reduce water loss. Food chain. Food chain is a linear sequence of organisms which start from producer organism or living thing, produce living thing, and end with decomposer species. Food web is a connection of multiple food chain. Food chain follows a single path. Food chain follow a single path where food web follow multiple paths. From the food chain, we get to know how organism or living thing are connected with each other. Food chain and food web form an integral part of the ecosystem. Let us take a look at the food chain and the food web and the difference between them. For example, grass make food during photosynthesis by using the light energy from the sun. By the process of photosynthesis, the light energy is converted or changed to chemical energy stored in the form of food in the grass. Then zebra obtain energy from feeding the grass. Then lion obtain energy from feeding on zebra. As you can see, the sources of energy is the sun. The energy from sun is captured by plant or producer organism during photosynthesis, convert and transfer to the living organism or living thing in the environment. This is the process of food chain. Thanks for watching my video.